Okay, I think I'm back. I apologize for that. I was running my VPN because I wanted to show you some stuff that required a VPN connection um, with the Binance Smart Chain, but I guess the connection wasn't strong enough for that. So I'm hoping that you guys. Okay, so I'm back now. Good. Sorry about that. I apologize profusely. I have always thought that maybe I could run my live stream through a VPN and show you some stuff that I couldn't normally show you. Um, but apparently that did not work out so well. I apologize for that. So anyway, I'm back now. Gosh knows what's going to happen on my YouTube channel. There'll probably be two separate live streams, but we'll say. Hey, W, we're back. Okay. So we were discussing the, yeah. So we were discussing the fact that the declines today were due to this perception by normal people that somehow the government is able to seize your Bitcoin outright. They didn't say that directly, but the fact that they're publicizing this seizure of the Bitcoin of the dark side hackers would tend to support that narrative, so to speak. I guess I didn't put anything in there. Okay. So the market is down today. And yesterday there was this big announcement that the Justice Department had recovered Bitcoin from the dark side hack of the Colonial pipeline earlier this month, right? And so we talked a little bit about how that came about, and what's been reported is a little bit confusing. And I think that has not to do with any kind of nefarious intentions on the part of anyone in the press or the Justice Department or the FBI. I think that it's difficult to wrap your head around Bitcoin. And, you as a reporter might hear something and sort of draw your own conclusions. So, and try to explain it in layman's terms and not succeed with accuracy, right? So we talked about the different scenarios that were reported about this event, and one was that the FBI was able to crack the wallet of the hackers. That is not factually correct, right? And then the other thing that I heard reported was that they somehow obtained the password of the hacker's Bitcoin account, right? So password and account sounds weird also. And then there was another news story that said it was that the FBI just happened to have the private key of this wallet. I actually read that somewhere. And then the other thing that you hear is that they now possess the private key of the wallet, right? Which I believe is a little more factual. And then we looked at some documents. This document in particular, which I've, let's see here. I believe that we've got this guy. Let's go here now. There's probably two of these now. Yeah, so this one that I was only on for a few minutes, and this one, they're the same description, right? We can still see that I have these linked down below for you guys to check out. But it was on the Twitter feed that we were able to determine, find this document, which is a subpoena in Northern California to seize the wallet. And so the assumption here is that they didn't just happen to have the private keys. they served a warrant to obtain the private keys, and that the wallet was on some kind of exchange. Northern California would tend to indicate Coinbase. They are based out of San Francisco. So it's possible that it's Coinbase, but if it was Coinbase, you'd think that might have come out by now, right? So a couple of the scenarios that I had thought about were that, the idea that the FBI just happened to possess the private key of the wallet made me think of things like, I know that the FBI has seized darknet servers in the past and then continued to run them as honeypots to catch people doing illegal things. And most of the darknet servers have some sort of Bitcoin wallets that people can deposit their Bitcoin in to purchase things. And so if this were some sort of darknet server that the FBI had seized in the past and was running as a honeypot, then in that case they got lucky and the hackers use that darknet server. But we don't know that. I'm just speculating. The other speculation is that the hackers were really careless and not very experienced, and they moved their Bitcoin to an exchange temporarily, and they had the misfortune to put it on a server that was in the US, right? May have made more sense maybe to put it on, like, say, BINANCE or somewhere where the server was outside the FBI's reach, right? Not saying that the FBI probably doesn't have their fingers in overseas servers somewhere also, right? Through Five Eyes agreements and that sort of thing. But so those are the scenarios. But it was not a hardware wallet, right? It was definitely not a hardware wallet that the hackers put their Bitcoin offline, or a paper wallet or something of that nature, right? So it was a publicly seizable Bitcoin wallet and or account, right? We talked about this earlier in the failed live stream. We can define a wallet as being, a private key and a public key, right? It's math, right? So you could call it a wallet when it's on an exchange because it does have a public address, right? If I go to my, let's go ahead and just log into my Coinbase account. I got to do all this. Sorry, guys. Got to get logged into my password manager, which I highly recommend. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, that's good news. It was already. I had already logged into it. I just had to wake it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and log into my Coinbase account. Because I think this is the one that most people can relate to. And I noticed there was someone in the live stream the other night that was like constantly saying, oh my God, he's going to get hacked because he's revealing all this private information. I do not reveal... I reveal personal information, but I do not reveal private information. I guess you could call this private. I do not reveal private keys whenever I do these live streams. So I know that there are a lot of people that, say, oh my God, he's going to get hacked. He's crazy. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for several years now, and I've never been hacked. Okay, so let's take a look at my Bitcoin, quote unquote, wallet on Coinbase. All right. I can send Bitcoin. I can receive Bitcoin in here, right? Here is the Bitcoin public address of my Coinbase wallet. This is my Coinbase account, and within my Coinbase account, there are several possible cryptocurrency wallets, and this is the Bitcoin address of my Coinbase account. Only I have access to this, right? Actually, I'm sort of revealing it to you guys. So anyone can send Bitcoin to this address, right? But no one can withdraw Bitcoin from this address except me, because it's my account. Only I can log into it and actually access it, right? And I have it protected with two-factor authentication, so it's secure, right? But Coinbase is the custodian of this Bitcoin wallet. They control the private keys. So if they're subpoenaed, then they must surrender access to this wallet. If it's a legally binding subpoena, then they must, right? So in that case, it's not really under my control completely, right? Because they have the private keys. Now this is different. This is my own hardware-based wallet. The private keys are stored here on my device, and so Bitcoin is not insecure. All right? If you have your Bitcoin stored in a wallet, if the hackers, God bless their hearts, their idiotic hearts, had moved their Bitcoin to a secure hardware-based wallet or a paper wallet or something like that, then they'd probably still have their proceeds. Right? So I just wanted to clarify that, right? That your Bitcoin is secure. Even if it's on Coinbase, it's relatively secure because you haven't done anything illegal. And in this affidavit that we looked at, they knew that the Bitcoin had been illegally what is the word for it that we extorted from the Colonial Pipeline Company. So they had statements from Colonial Pipeline that yes, they were extorted by these people with ransomware and that they sent the Bitcoin to this address. So the FBI had every reason to know that this was an illegal transaction. They were able to trace it, and they found that some of it ended up on an exchange that they were able to subpoena, and they got it. Now, the FBI can't really subpoena my Bitcoin unless they have reason to believe that I extorted that Bitcoin or obtained it illegally, which I have not, right? All of the Bitcoin that I've purchased over the years has been legitimately purchased on Coinbase with my own money, right? So they really have no recourse to come seize my Bitcoin, right? So this is a particular case where it was, it was legally determined that this Bitcoin was illegally obtained through extortion, and so they were able to legally subpoena the private keys, right? But this does not mean that the Bitcoin network is insecure. It does not mean that your Bitcoin is insecure. And that's probably why we're having a market meltdown this morning. There's a lot of people that don't understand Bitcoin, that have read these various articles that have some, factually incorrect statements, conclusions, because they really don't understand how Bitcoin works either, right? So I just want you guys to know that your Bitcoin is safe and secure. Check out my videos that I've got. I have a whole library of videos that will teach you how to safely store your cryptocurrencies, how to purchase them and store them, and their step-by-step walkthrough tutorials on how you achieve this. All right, so let me just take a look at who's here today, who's talking. I had originally intended to move some Bitcoin from my Bitcoin wallet into my PancakeSwap wallet via Binance Bridge, which you cannot do in the US. It's blocked in the US, so I thought maybe I would try to do my live stream through my VPN. That turned out to be an epic fail. I apologize. I thought this might be a good opportunity because I was doing like this on the spot live stream this morning, and it did not work. So I apologize for that. There was just no good. The streaming quality was horrible, apparently. So anyway, okay. So Scott is here. That's great. We could say that the government that this wasn't a inside job. There are people saying that in this Twitter feed, right? If you look at this Twitter feed that I shared, let me share that as well so you guys can follow this. It's a very interesting Twitter, what do they call it? Thread, right? Yeah, let's do this. Oh, what do we call this? Twitter thread about seizure. And I cannot spell seizure, can I? See, they just let me spell it. That's not how you spell seizure, is it? Isn't it spelled with a Z? But that's different. Let's try this one. What's that? Seizure? What's a seizure? Oh my God. I don't know. See, I can't spell. All right. Government seized money. All right. See, I'm just horrible. Anyway, let's just like put it there. All right. It's embarrassing. All right. All right. I'm seized. Seize? No. Forget it. Anybody know how to spell seizure? Oh, okay. Yeah, I would say that too, but when I looked it up, it looked like it looked like the kind of seizure that you have when you know. But I think maybe it's the same word, right? Whatever. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, it's an interesting Twitter thread if you want to check it out. But there were some people on the Twitter thread that were saying it was an inside job. It's definitely suspicious. The whole thing is suspicious. If you recall, there were a lot of crazy things that occurred. You know, first of all, the hackers did not, when they did the ransomware, they did not freeze their operations. They froze their accounting software. And so Colonial Pipeline decided to shut off their pipeline because they didn't want gas flowing that they couldn't like track, right? In effect, it shut down their operations, but it really wasn't the hackers that quote unquote shut down the pipeline. It was the company that shut the pipeline down because they wanted to make sure they got paid for all their gas, which is totally understandable, right? And then also, if you recall, and these stories like appear and then disappear down the rabbit hole. They're kind of like you'll read a news story and it just like disappears the next day. And one of the stories I read was that the dark side hackers announced that they were done, right? Like 2 days after this thing, they got their $4-something million worth of Bitcoin, and then they said, bye, you know, we're done, which was also very suspicious. And now we've got this even more suspicious thing that these high-end so-called Russian hackers or Eastern European hackers were careless enough to leave it on an exchange in the U.S. It's even more suspicious. But you can read, if you follow this Twitter thread, you can read all of the comments about what's going on here. Yeah, see, makes sense to me, that kind of thing. Hack of a Bitcoin wallet. You know, there were a lot of things said in the news stories that are factually incorrect. So I thought that might be interesting. Seize. Okay. Seize. S-E-I-Z-E. Seize. Okay. I get it. S-C-I-Z-E. S. What? S-E-I-Z-E. Seizure. Seizure. Take hold of suddenly. Okay. Yeah. That's what we want. Or, but, okay. What does seize mean? Seizure. Seizure. So now you know. I know a lot about Bitcoin, but I'm a horrible speller. Okay, I put a link to the Twitter feed down there, so you guys can just look at it down in the description of this live stream right here. So you guys can follow that Twitter feed if you want to. Spell it in Korean. Haha. 안녕하세요. Lao. So that kind of screwed up what I had planned for you guys today, because I was planning on maybe transferring some Bitcoin into one of my wallets, through the Binance bridge, but I'm not going to be able to do that. But I will be able to show you a little bit of what I would. Yeah, it's the right one. Come on, Rex. What am I doing here? Oh, I've got my caps on. Bad me. Caps on, caps on. Okay, this is my MetaMask wallet that is configured for the Binance Smart Chain. Normally, you when you use MetaMask, it's on the Ethereum network, right? But I have configured in my settings down. Whoops, I've configured in my settings down here in the bottom in networks. I added a new network. And I named it Binance Smart Chain. You can name it whatever you want, but if you want to configure it for the Binance Smart Chain, you need these settings, right? And there is a video that I have that explains this in great detail. I will put a link to that in the down here in our little feed. If you guys want to check that one out. For those of you who are, going, what the heck is he doing? All right. So suffice it to say that I have my MetaMask wallet set up to handle the Binance Smart Chain. All right. Now, let's go over, and I'm going to hold my breath here because, oops, doggone it. I hate to even see what the price today is on PancakeSwap. It's probably like $12 now. Let's see. It was like pushing 20 yesterday. It's probably down to 17 or 16. Just give it a minute here. It'll show me. $15.81. And so it's fallen, right? Now, but I wanted to show you guys that I have this cryptocurrency called Alice, if I can find it. Oh, it'll show up in the top when this refreshes. Where is it? Where's Alice? Come on, I know you're in here, Alice. Do you guys see it? Where the heck is it? Okay. Huh. That's weird. I could have sworn I already had it in the wallet. But let's see what happens. This is kind of a new feature in PancakeSwap too. You search for a... But I could have sworn I already had it. It's kind of weird. There it is. Okay, so that was it, because there's a balance, right? I could have sworn I already had it in this wallet. I don't know why it wasn't there before, but it is there now. And I had it in here before, and they had the icon and everything. Now it's like a question mark. But anyway, there's the balance, right? So this Alice, and then this other one, CHR, is the cryptocurrency behind the company that does Alice. And what is Alice, right? My friend Alice, right? My friend Alice is a game, an online game that has an underlying cryptocurrency that has value and can be spent within the game. This is one of the up-and-coming projects in the NFT space, or the online virtual online real estate space, right? Of course, these tokens are way down today. I was going to buy a little more because of the market dip today. Okay, Scott, good to have you. Waffles. Wow, sounds great. So in order to purchase things on Alice, and it's not really up and running completely yet, right? You can see that it's not completely running yet. But this lottery is running. And let's see. Oh, it looks like I got some ticket. One ticket equals one land plot chance. So I bought some yesterday by making a deposit into this wallet. And so you can see down here that, or you can see up here in the corner that I have this linked to that MetaMask wallet. Right? The same MetaMask wallet that we use for PancakeSwap and Bunny and all the other stuff. Right? So once you've linked your wallet to this lottery, then you are able to stake on this platform in order to possibly get real estate. So I'm not really that crazy about the fact that it's a lottery. I would feel more comfortable if you could simply buy the real estate outright rather than having to like just hope that you're gonna win. But whatever, you know, it's a thing, right? I basically bought the Alice token, and there's the icon for it. I bought the Alice token thinking that it was going to be a good investment. But of course, I sort of bought it at the top of the market when everything was high. And even when I bought it, had gone negative before the Bitcoin and Ethereum came down in early May, or late May, early June, right? So I basically bought the token as kind of an investment. I'm not that crazy about playing these kind of games, but I believe that if you were to secure some real estate within the game, it might be worth something. I have bought NFTs in the past that became valuable, right, on Bakery Swap. But if you notice here in this wallet linking section here, it sees that I have 40 Alice staked, right? And it also can see my CRH balance on the Ethereum side, which is kind of interesting. Because if you look here in the wallet, the MetaMask wallet, this is the Binance Smart Chain side of the wallet, right? But if we switch over to the Ethereum side, right, it doesn't connect to it properly, but it does. There is 4,000 CHR on the Ethereum side. So and see, the wallet is not connected anymore. So it's kind of like I don't know what you want to call it. It's like not quite finished. So if I switch back over to the Binance Smart Chain side, I can connect the wallet through MetaMask, right? And then it connects to the wallet properly. But it's weird how it can actually see see these little icons over here are the Ethereum icons. So it actually can see the Ethereum in the wallet, but it's not functioning properly on the Ethereum side yet. So, and another thing that it doesn't see yet either is I have this CRH that I bought yesterday on the Binance Smart Chain side, right? We talked about that. I have that CRH over here that's on the Binance Smart Chain. But when I try to deposit it, it doesn't allow me to pull down this menu and choose CRH. And the only thing I can stake is Alice, right? I could stake another 20 Alice today, right? I'll hit deposit and then sign it with my MetaMask wallet. And the transaction should go through. And I figure Alice is pretty much worthless now anyway, so why not play with it, right? Sometimes you just got to throw up your hands and say whatever, right? All right, so the transaction got confirmed in my MetaMask wallet. So now we should see my staked amount go up here. I've got 60 staked. And then over the next day or so, I think every day I get some tickets. I don't know that you can open these. One ticket equal one land plot chance. So when they're going to, there's a countdown, right? The land sale will end in 2 days. And then I will find out if any of the tickets that I bought actually result in a purchase of any of their land plots. I figure I'm not that big on gambling, like I said. I don't really care for it, but this is really the only way that you can use the Alice platform at the moment. So I figure, what the heck, you know. Okay, so let's see. What's the best exchange with the lowest fees to sell Bitcoin and Ethereum? All right, so that's a really good question. At the moment, I would say Coinbase Pro, if you're in the U.S. I think if you're not in the U.S. and you can use Binance, then Binance has really low fees. But I don't know how, I'm not, because I'm in the U.S., I can't use Binance proper. I can use Binance US. And I can deposit money on Binance US. And I believe that I don't think they charge me anything to make my deposit in cash. But of course, they have trading fees and withdrawal fees, right? And Coinbase Pro, if we take Coinbase Pro as our example here. We talked a little bit about Coinbase earlier, which I would recommend for beginners. Coinbase is very easy to get signed up for. It's very trustworthy because it's based in the U.S. We were talking about that earlier. It's possibly the exchange that was subpoenaed by the FBI over this pipeline hack, ransomware attack that they recovered, but we don't know that. They didn't mention Coinbase by name, and it is based in Northern California. It's based in San Francisco, right? So Coinbase is a great place if you're a beginner. It's very easy to use, but they do charge you a merchant charge if you try to buy Bitcoin, right? So let's say we want to buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. Right, it's going to charge you $2, right? So, and if you buy $500 worth of Bitcoin, it's going to charge you $7.34. This is a merchant fee, right? This is like a convenience fee that you're having to pay. So it's not really the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin. It's a good way. It's a safe way. It's an easy way, right, for newcomers. But if you have a Coinbase account, and you verified your identity and everything else, and you're able to trade, you also have access to Coinbase Pro, which is the same company, but just a little more. What did I just do here? That's not what I wanted to do. Let's try this again. Cryptocurrency exchanges, Coinbase Pro. Okay, there we go. Somehow I logged into Coinbase twice. Okay, come on. I can hear him out there. I can hear him upstairs chasing Kitty around. Kitty and dog. We have a cat and a dog. And surprisingly enough, they fight like cats and dogs. The cat does its best because it's much smaller than the dog, but the dog is constantly chasing it around when it goes upstairs. But they're not killing each other. All right, so as you can see, when you log into Coinbase Pro, it's very daunting, right? Looks very complicated. It's more for more experienced traders, right? But you have access to it if you have a Coinbase account, right? You simply log into Coinbase Pro, which has its own address, right? pro.coinbase.com. Use the same credentials that you use for your Coinbase account. And you can trade on their platform, right? And if you make a deposit, you can make a deposit of US dollars from your bank account, but you can't use your ATM card. But you can make a deposit using your bank account. The only problem with that is that you cannot withdraw your crypto right away. And that's not really that big of a deal, right? So let's try it, right? So let's go ahead and put $100 in here, right? And there's no fee, right? And it's free to make our deposit, right? Oh, and then I'll be able to withdraw in 4 days, right? All right, so free deposit. Now, let's buy a little Bitcoin, right? So we've got our BTC USD trading pair up here. We're going to make a buy, and then let's hit max US dollar, which is 100 US dollar. And then our fee is 35 cents. That's much better than over on Coinbase, right? Coinbase Pro, the fee, and this is a trading fee, right? This is not like the merchant fee that we got when we bought Bitcoin directly. Over there, we were actually using our bank account to directly buy Bitcoin, right? Or our ATM card. On Coinbase Pro, we've already made the deposit of our money into this account from our bank, and now they're charging us a 35-cent trading fee. So much cheaper, right? And then if we look now in portfolios, you can see that I have Bitcoin now, right? So cheap way to buy Bitcoin. Now, it used to be back in the old days that withdrawals were free back in the day, but now they have a fee, right, for withdrawals. And if I were to try to withdraw this to my own wallet, they're not going to allow me to do it because I have to wait 4 days in this case. Sometimes 6, sometimes 7, depending on your situation. So yes, I bought the Bitcoin at today's price. I've got it locked in. I just can't withdraw it yet. So to me, that's a little bit of a drawback. I hate to wait. But at least I bought the Bitcoin. It's safe and secure, right? It could go down further, whatever. I can't really, but I can still trade it too if I want to, right? If it were to go up tomorrow, I could sell it for US dollar in my account, and then I would have reaped that profit, right? So it's not like I have lost total control of it. I just can't withdraw it from Coinbase to my own wallet, which is what you would like to do, right? To keep your Bitcoin safe and secure. So I would, like if I got this little Bitcoin wallet here in Ledger Live, I would like to receive that Bitcoin. There's my Bitcoin address of my wallet. Copy that into my clipboard, go over here to Coinbase Pro, and make that withdrawal, right, to my own wallet. I would like to do that, but I have to wait, right? But at least I got the good purchase of Bitcoin locked in at a pretty decent price, right? Bitcoin's down today. So I bought a little bit. Yeah. Well, Samuel says that Bitcoin's annoying and greedy. Of course. Yeah, it's a business. They're all greedy. I'm in Europe on Binance. It cost me 0.1 to sell or buy BTC. Best exchange. Yeah, I think Binance is your best bet if you're not in the US. Right? Not to mention that if you hold BNB coin on Binance or Binance US, right? You can also use Binance US, and your trading fees are lower if you allow them to use BNB, right? But you have to have a little BNB in your account, right? So let's check out Binance US. Binance US is kind of a subsidiary of Binance, really, but they're owned by a separate company that's based in the US, right? So, and the problem with Binance US, really, is that they don't have all of the coins that you can buy on regular Binance, right? They're a limited selection of coins, right? But they do have a pretty decent selection of coins, right? Now, I'm not sure where the setting is. I don't want to poke around too much in my account, but you can specify that you want to pay your trading fees in BNB, and when you do that, you get a discount, right? So if you're willing to purchase some BNB coin and use it to pay your trading fees, you get a better deal. And then I'm not sure. I have withdrawn from here before. I'm not sure if they charge you a withdrawal fee for the U.S. dollars, right? But you do have, of course, trading fees when you trade down to dollar from a crypto, right? So if I were to sell this BNB for U.S. dollar, there would be a trading fee involved. I'm not sure if it even shows when you're in this interface, but I'm sure it does cost you something, right? And then, of course, if you were to, say, try to withdraw this BNB outright to a BNB address, they're going to charge you a little bit of BNB, which is not much, really, when you think about it. Let's max it out here. Yeah, I mean, it's just a flat BNB fee. And at the moment, right now, that's not much. Oops. We were almost there. We almost had it. Oh, there it is. 33 cents. That's kind of a flat BNB fee. Now, ERC20 tokens and Ethereum, higher, right? Because the Ethereum network fees are high. And so the exchanges tend to kind of pass that on to you. So if you bought a an ERC20 token, let's see if I don't think I have any right now at the moment. But their fees might be higher, right? So like if I want to withdraw this one, there's not a lot in here. It's just kind of dust. I don't have an address. Oh, look, they're only going to charge me 0.001 of one, too. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's new. Okay, here's some BAT. I don't think I can withdraw this at all because... right. So the transaction fee is 30 BAT. Right? I don't even have 30 BAT in my wallet. But that's a bit higher, right? That's, wow. Okay, that can't be right. Or it could be, right? Because it's an ERC20 token, it's on the Ethereum network. 30 BAT, that's like 30 bucks. That doesn't sound right. I think it's just like a placeholder because there's not enough. Yeah, that's like $19. It's not. Yeah. But I have encountered that. I think Poly, Matic, Poly, when I went to withdraw my Matic that I had on there, it was quite a big chunk of my holdings, like 5-10% of the Matic, right? Coinbase is annoying. Can you show us how to trade US dollar for phlegm? How to trade US Tether for phlegm, FLM. All right, so well, the first thing we want to do if I'm gonna show you that, is I got to figure out what FLM is, right? You're talking about flamingo, okay? All right. This is Binance. That's like really. We don't even know if we can store this on our ledger, and I don't think we can, right? Well, let's go to markets and see where you can buy it. Of course, you can buy it on Binance, and so there's nothing I can do right now because I don't have any of these other foreign exchanges, and I can't trade on Binance, right? But even so, I don't see, like, if we want to see if it's even compatible, well, I mean, if you wanted to trade it for Tether, that's not a big deal, right? If there was a Tether trading pair, let's see, there's a bit of US Tether here. And of course, like, you know, we can't trade it on Binance US, but if that were possible, right? If you could trade, like for Bitcoin Tether, you would just go to the trading pair, right? And this is very similar to what Binance looks like. And, you know, you can do a market order or whatever, and then just like 100% of your Tether would net you however much FLM you want, right? But storing it in the ledger, that's a different story, right? Because let's go to Ledger and see if they even support FLM, which they don't, right? So we can't store it on a ledger, as far as I know, unless you go over here to Flamingo Finance, and they have their own like online wallet that is compatible with a ledger, right? Okay, all right. So yeah, I don't have either of these wallets, right? But it's possible that, okay, it looks like they're extensions. I wouldn't mess around with it myself at the moment, but sometimes they have wallets that you can connect with a wallet. Like, for example, let's I'll give you an example of something like that. Oops. Like, for example, Soulflare? Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, so if, for example, what is this? Solana, right? Solana is not supported on the Ledger Live, but it is supported on the device, SOL. Whoops. Right, so there is a Solana app that you can purchase, or I mean download on your Ledger device, right? And once you've done that, you can connect with a Ledger, right? Like this, right? You connect your Ledger to your computer, and then you can access this wallet. And that would be using the Ledger to access a cryptocurrency through a third-party interface, right? The Solana is not on their website. It's in your device, right? In your app, you have the private key for the Solana. And then you can create an address. I'll just show you that real quick. I'll go ahead and connect my device. But this FLM, I don't know. It's like, I don't see, there's no FLM app for Ledger, so you can't store it in your Ledger at this point in time. Maybe in the future, but not today. So I'm just giving you an example of a different cryptocurrency that you could store if you have the app, right? All right, so let's do that. Let's put this guy over here. Let's zoom in. Let's see if we can. I don't know if I can do this or not. Yeah, it's not going to work. Let's try it over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. So I'm just giving you a peek at my device, what it looks like. So you can see my home screen here, my Ledger device. Right, and if we navigate over to, whoops, sorry, there. I downloaded and installed the Solana app in Ledger Live, right? So now that I have the Solana app, I can access this wallet by choosing Ledger Nano here and hitting Access Wallet. And then derivation path, I'll use recommended. And then select address, I'll use the root account. And then I'll hit access. And there, it wants me to export the public key on my device. And I'll hit approve to that. And there we go. I can manage my Solana in their third-party app, right? But I cannot do it in Ledger Live, right? Ledger Live does not support Solana accounts, right? If I hit add account, they don't have Solana. Right? So, but I was able to get the Solana app on my device in the manager. Okay, I'm going to hit allow Ledger Manager. So there are a lot of cryptocurrencies out there where you can download the app, and then I'll go over here to apps installed and scroll down here to Solana. You can see that I have it installed, right? So it is available in Ledger Live, but not that other one we were talking about, right? Not this Flamingo Finance, right? It's not supported on Ledger yet, right? So I can't really help you with that. But I can tell you definitively that you cannot store it in a Ledger device yet. So be wary. I'm not even sure. I don't even see the rank of this guy. So I'm not sure how it doesn't even look like it's ranked yet in CoinGecko, which is kind of weird, right? Normally, when you go to it'll give you its rank. Where the hell is, oh, rank number 2. I'm sorry. There it is. It doesn't even have a rank, right? It's brand new, right? So your best bet at this point is to just keep it on Binance or go to their website and try to figure out how to use this thing, whatever this is. Okay. I'm going to turn this camera off here. Whoops. That's not what I'm trying to do. Whoa. That's not what I'm trying to do either. I'm trying to turn this thing off. There we go. That's not what I want. What the hell do I want? This is 4K. Okay, that's this guy. And that's this guy. Okay, I'm good. I know what I'm doing now. Let's see what we got here. I want to see if anybody's asking me anything. How can you put Cardano in cold storage? Not supported by Ledger. Actually, it is. If you download the Daedalus wallet, and let me talk to the driver here real quick. Thank you, Rob. Have a good morning. I'm just going to let Daedalus load, but if you're in Ledger Live, you can see here that I have the Cardano app installed on my device, right? So you can install the Cardano app on your Ledger device. And that allows you to, let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. When you install the app for a cryptocurrency on your device, right, there's the Cardano app. It allows you to manage your Cardano on your device, right? So basically, the best way to do that, let me go back over here, is to use the Daedalus wallet, right? So if you go over to, let's turn this off for a sec. Right, so if you go over to Cardano.org, and you go to individuals, you can go over to the Daedalus wallet. That's their native wallet, right? The people that created Cardano maintain this wallet, right? So you can't go wrong. So you can download Daedalus wallet. You can install it on your computer. And there's 2 ways to use Daedalus wallet. You can, well, it's almost synced, right? So, but if we add a wallet, we can create a brand new standalone wallet with a 24-word recovery phrase where the private keys are stored on your computer, and that's pretty secure. Or you can pair it with a hardware device, which is what I have done over here. You can see this wallet is paired to my Ledger Nano X, right? And in here, you can send and receive Cardano, and you can stake Cardano, right? And it's almost synced to the blockchain, so we can kind of take a look at that. And then this wallet, I think, is a different. Actually, I believe I created a standalone wallet over here with a 24-word recovery phrase. So you can maintain multiple wallets in Daedalus, right? But it's more secure to use the Ledger Nano X or a Ledger Nano S to hold the private keys of the wallet, right? Much more secure way to manage your Cardano. And you can stake it from within. There's staking tools in the Daedalus wallet that allow you to earn Cardano by staking your wallets, right? Really good, easy way to earn passive income. And that's cold storage, right? That's Cardano and cold storage because the Cardano is in your Ledger device, right? The private keys for your wallet. So you download the app on Ledger Live, right? Go over to Ledger Live, download the app, put it on your device, and then download and install Daedalus, and add a new wallet, pair your hardware device to the Daedalus wallet, and you're good to go. Easy. If you're interested, I have a video on how to do that step by step. This is the most recent one, right? It's a step-by-step how you download, install Daedalus, prepare the ledger by installing the Cardano app, purchasing the ADA on crypto.com, moving it, purchasing some on Binance US, moving it to Daedalus, and then how to move it back, right? So everything that you need to know about managing Cardano and cold storage is in this video, and I just threw a link up there. Thank you. Oh, that's a spam. Okay. Hide you. All right, you need to go through third party. I have an app in Ledger, but won't let me send from Coinbase. You need to go through third party, question mark? Everything is spelled out in this video. If you're, I mean, if it doesn't make sense, I know I went through it pretty quickly, but the third party is the Cardano wallet, right? I would call that like the first party, right? Because they're the people that made Cardano. So it's a trustworthy wallet. And yes, whoops, you do have to download and install the Cardano wallet. Oh, okay. And then you can manage it on your Ledger device. So yes, there's several components. But of course, I could buy Cardano on Coinbase and send it here if I wanted to. Let's see, where are we? Whoops. Let me get my browser straight here. Okay. I don't know if you can buy it in Coinbase or not. Let's see. Ah, what the heck? Oh, okay. They logged me out. Two-step. Let's get that. Okay. All right. Coinbase 834 8. Let's do 50. Ah, but not. Let's do Cardano, right? There it is. All right, we're going to buy some on Coinbase, $50 worth. Actually, let's do it with the debit card so I can withdraw it immediately. Although I think you can withdraw it immediately with the bank account. But I'm not going to, it's the same merchant fee. So, but I'll go ahead and use the debit card just to be on the safe side. Let's buy our 50 in Cardano. It's going to charge us $2 for that. Let's buy it. All right, and then we have immediate access to this. All right, 33 ADA, good. Now we can go to our portfolio. We've got roughly $50 worth of ADA in here. Now let's go back to our Daedalus wallet. I want a receiving, this is the wallet, right? We've paired it with our Ledger Nano X that has the Cardano app on it. We're going to click receive here. There's a receiving address. I can click on it, and then I'm going to copy it into my clipboard. I'm going to go back over to, let's see, let's get out of the way. Let's send all that ADA to that Cardano address. Boom, there it is. We'll hit continue here. All right. They're going to charge me 0.1 ADA, which is not that much. That's a standard fee for ADA transfers. It's 25 cents worth of ADA at today's price. Let's go back over here. Where are we? Okay, there we are. Let's hit send now. Crypto transactions are irreversible. We all know that. They want my two-step or two-factor authentication. I recommend that you enable two-factor authentication on all of your cryptocurrency accounts. Anything that you can put two-factor on. Your Google, your Gmail, your Yahoo Mail, anything where you can activate two-factor, you should do it, right? Keeps your account safe and secure. All right, so there it goes. Off it goes to the address of my Cardano wallet, this address, right? I can even like kind of trace it, right? So there it is, sent Cardano. There's the address. It ends in 4SEZ9. right? There it is, 4SEZ9. So off it goes, and it should, when I go to summary, oh, it's already there, right? There it is. It already came into my wallet. So the 33 ADA has already arrived in my wallet. Boom, done, easy peasy. It's in cold storage because the private keys are on this device. From Coinbase, no problem, right? Is there charging fees being charged by Ledger or Binance when we transfer our Ledger Nano X back to Binance? Yes, that would be the built-in fees on whatever blockchain you're using. Ledger itself does not charge you any fees. You just get fees on the network. All right, so let's see. Let's go over to our... So if I wanted to move this Bitcoin over to my Coinbase Pro account, all right, so let's say I want to make a deposit of Bitcoin. Whoops. I don't know what it's doing there. It must have had me logged out. Okay, all right. So if I want to deposit Bitcoin from a crypto address, only send Bitcoin to this. Okay, yeah, I understand. All right, there's the Bitcoin address of my Coinbase Pro account, right? That's where they would store my Bitcoin. Even though they have the private keys, there is a public key available for me to transfer Bitcoin in there, right? I'll copy that into my clipboard. I can go back over here to Ledger Live, right? And I'll hit send, and then I'll paste in the Bitcoin address of the Coinbase Pro, and I'll hit continue. So mind you, this is my Bitcoin that I have in my wallet, and I'm going to deposit it back onto the exchange, right? That was the question that Iram Science asked, right? How much am I going to send? Okay, let's say we're going to send $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? There is the fee, right? I can choose standard, high, which is 23 sats per byte, which is like not very, if you don't know, I don't even know what that means, right? We got advanced options over here. But I usually just leave it on standard, right? But those are the fees that are being charged by the Bitcoin network, by the Bitcoin blockchain. This is how Bitcoin works. This is not Ledger charging you anything. This is the Bitcoin network. The Ledger wallet simply operates on the blockchains, the respective blockchains, depending on which cryptocurrency you're sending, right? So if we hit there's the fees in dollars. It's $1 worth. So I'm being charged, or I am agreeing to pay 0.00003358 BTC, which is roughly equivalent to $1.05, in order to transfer this Bitcoin back to Coinbase if I decide I want to sell it, right? But Ledger is not charging you this. These are charges on the Bitcoin network to move Bitcoin. The same with Ethereum, right? We could do the exact same thing. See, I just want to cancel out on that. Let's say that I want to deposit Ethereum. From a crypto address. Only send Ethereum to this address. Okay, let's copy that into our clipboard. Let's go back over here to our accounts. Let's go to our Ethereum wallet. We'll choose send. We'll paste in the address of Coinbase. We'll hit continue, and we'll send $100 worth of Ethereum. And it costs more, right? These are network fees on the Ethereum blockchain. This is not Ledger. This is network fees on the Ethereum network. $3 worth. 0.001302 ETH is gonna. We're agreeing to spend this in order to make the transfer. This is how the blockchain works, right? It is a decentralized ledger that is maintained by volunteers, right? Anyone that wants to buy a miner and run a miner can run a Bitcoin miner, and they can join pools and whatever. And the Bitcoin miners are the ones that maintain the network, and they get rewarded by processing transactions and they can also discover new blocks and get rewarded in more Bitcoin. That's how Bitcoin works. Uh, we're relying on the community to maintain the network, and so we're paying back the community by agreeing to these relatively small network fees when we move cryptocurrency from our own wallets, right? Once again, Ledger is not charging you. It is the prospective blockchains. You need to spend a little bit of your crypto in order to move across the network, right? It's a gatekeeper fee, so to speak. But that is the small price I'm willing to pay for a decentralized trust network, trustless net. I don't have to trust anybody. Math, I trust in math, right? I don't have to trust people, right? Join Ada Coinbase in March. Cool. I'm just going to scroll up a bit. Oh, let's go over here. Oops. No. Here. Right. So you can see my face. So I'm like turning off camera. So I have two monitors, right? I'm looking at this monitor, and then you're seeing my main monitor, right? But I'm looking over here because this is where the chat window is. I'm clueless, not a troll. Google suggested the site. May I ask, should I think of cryptocurrency of terms of it being software programs similar to apps? Yeah, in a way. If we look at the Bitcoin GitHub, Bitcoin is first and foremost a computer software application, right? And this is the Bitcoin core code. And as you can see, there are lots of contributors to the Bitcoin core code. They maintain this application, and it is what allows Bitcoin to function, basically. It's a computer program similar to like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Windows or whatever software application you might want to think of. It is similar, but it is in contrast to Word, Microsoft Word, or Microsoft Windows. This is open source software. Open source means that it is shared openly among the developers. Anyone can look at the Bitcoin code and see it, right? So that you can't build backdoors into it because it's freely available for anyone to see. Now, you can't go in there and alter it yourself, right? You can work on it and maybe fix a bug or add a feature, but in order for that to be uploaded or added to the Bitcoin core network, there's a hierarchy, right? The developers have like a voting right, and they decide, whether to upload the software to improve it, make a new feature, or to improve the code or fix a bug or whatever, right? You can't just willy-nilly make changes to the software. There's a process to that. But anyone can look at the software, right? So it's free for all to use. Now, Bitcoin itself runs on what's called the blockchain, right? But this software makes that possible, right? The blockchain is like a node for Bitcoin that can run on an individual machine. And there are thousands, hundreds of thousands maybe, of Bitcoin nodes running all over the world. And they maintain a copy of the blockchain, which is the current state of Bitcoin. All of the transactions that have occurred. All the transfers, the buys, the sells, all that stuff. Right? Well, you don't really buy and sell Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network. You simply move it, right? You buy it from an exchange and then transfer it into your own wallet. Right. That's for Peter Pro, who wanted to know what is Bitcoin, right? It's software. Yeah. Okay. Somebody wants to spam a little bit. That's fine. If you had $50 to put into crypto, what would it be? Well, you saw me tonight, or you saw me today buy some crypto, right? I can't tell you what crypto to buy, really. But you saw me buy some Cardano, which is, a very highly respected cryptocurrency, right? You can always go to whoops, let's see here, CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko to see like the cryptos that are out there, right? My advice is, if you're going to be long term, play it safe and buy something like Bitcoin. And as you can see, it's very volatile, right? You could have bought some Bitcoin yesterday, could have put that $50 in Bitcoin yesterday and be down to like $35 today or $40, right? So even the most popular and secure cryptocurrency in the world has its risks, right? But there are different reasons why people buy cryptocurrency. Some people are playing the long game and they're buying the big ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, or Cardano, right? It's not gonna moon out tomorrow. Or they're doing something a little riskier, like SafeMoon, which I'm not convinced is a good investment personally. But in the case of something like SafeMoon, you're trying to buy like a low cap cryptocurrency or a sketchy cryptocurrency that you hope is going to moon out tomorrow or the next or the week or whatever, right? It's a much riskier bet. That's more of a speculation than it is an investment. Normal people like bankers and your neighbor would probably tell you that buying Bitcoin is speculative. I believe in Bitcoin. I don't believe it as a speculative investment. I think it's a long-term investment in emerging technology. But by God, it is volatile, and it is contrary to the legacy financial system, right? So they're going to do anything they can to discourage people from adopting Bitcoin. Be it they're going to threaten regulation, they're going to threaten seizure. All of these major news events that have been affecting the price of Bitcoin are sort of subtle hints to Bitcoin users that, hey, we're the big boys on the block. And, now they're really taking... The good thing about all this is that they have finally got... Bitcoin finally has their attention, right? Back in the early days in 2017, they dismissed Bitcoin. They laughed at Bitcoin. They ignored Bitcoin, right? Now they're going after it, front and center. Boom, they're making announcements like Janet Yellen, not Christopher Wray. I don't think he's head of the FBI anymore. I'm not sure who is. Maybe I'm right, but they're front and center. Bitcoin is like used by criminals. We're going after you. Bitcoin is used by tax evaders. We're coming after you, right? They're now taking Bitcoin seriously. That's a good thing, right? Short-term volatility, that's built into the game. It has been ever since 2017. I held through the crypto winter, and I bought whenever I had enough money to buy. But I never used money I couldn't afford to lose, right? I'm not going to give you advice on which crypto to buy or how to be a trader, but as you can see, that what we've been talking about today, I'm going to give you tech support and my opinion on what's going on with crypto in general, but I'm not going to shill coins. It's not my thing. Oh, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ is here again. It's good to have you. Rex says, YubiKey still the best authentication device, or is there something else you may recommend? Where to go? Yeah. I currently have a YubiKey, this little one, which I really like. It is a very secure way to secure accounts through two-factor authentication. It has its strengths and weaknesses. So it is a very good hardware device. There may be other hardware two-factor companies out there. You can use your ledger as a two-factor hardware device. It's a little cumbersome. As opposed to this guy, you just plug it in and touch it. I like it. But it is vulnerable in that you could lose this thing, right? So you have to be careful. I think there is a way to like create a copy and then just keep one around for general day-to-day use and then another one somewhere safe, like a, in your safe or at the bank somewhere in case you lose it. But it is kind of like you don't want to lose this. There's no backup phrase for this thing. Like this thing has a backup phrase that's written down on paper and stored somewhere safe. If I lose or damage this, I can still access my crypto by restoring from my backup phrase. This guy is kind of like, this is it, right? You don't want to lose this little puppy. Okay, so Corey, I have chucked about $500 into some of those risky ones you mentioned. I also popped about 800 into ADA a few days ago, just before it dropped. Yeah. But ADA, if you look at where ADA is down, but it's not down as far as, say, Bitcoin, right? ADA, at the beginning of the year, ADA was around $1, and it has shot up all the way to like two something, like 240, whatever. But it's not devastatingly down from where it was at its peak. It's hanging in there pretty good because it's not a proof of work, right? Another line of attack on Bitcoin is that they're claiming it's bad for the environment, right? They're singling out Bitcoin for using too much electricity, when really what they should be doing is singling out how electricity is generated, right? And they're saying things like, oh, Bitcoin uses a lot of, it's not green, right? It's using a lot of coal-based energy. And they're blaming it on the miners that are in China that are using coal power. But there are a lot of miners in China that are using water power from the dams over there. And there are a lot of green mining facilities in the US and Canada and Europe, right? So Bitcoin itself is not bad for the environment. It's just that using electricity generated by coal is bad for the environment. But Bitcoin doesn't care about that, doesn't know anything about that. Anyway, so those are their lines of attack now. They're taking Bitcoin seriously. They're attacking it openly. It's bad for the environment. It's used by tax evaders. It's used by criminals. We're coming to regulate it. We might make it illegal. We might make it hard to buy. All that stuff. They're attacking it directly, which means they're taking it seriously. So that's good news, really, when you think about it, right? W, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Ha, Gandhi. I love it. That's awesome. Thanks for being here again, W. I know you've been here many times in the live stream. Safe Moon, I'm not a big fan of Safe Moon. What I've heard about it is that it's somewhat speculative, and there is talk that it could be a scam. I try to stay away from stuff like that. That's my opinion. That's not, I don't know that much. I haven't done that much research on it. So, believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. God bless you. Thank you for all you do for all us newbies in crypto. You're very, very welcome. What do you think about Safe Moon blockchain? Yeah, it's sort of, from what I understand, it has something to do with like it's secured by the people that jump in first. I don't know. I don't get it. It's got a concept, but it sounds a little scammy to me. Just like there was that other one that Richard Hart was doing. I forget the name of it, but it was also suspect, right? People kept telling me, oh, buy this, buy this. I'm like, I'm not going to buy it. Yeah, so it looks like they're trying to push the price of Bitcoin down so they can buy it. The big institutions. Yeah, or I think that I noticed there was a headline here earlier. Top White House advisor Tim Wu holds millions in Bitcoin, right? They're not stupid, right? They're not stupid. They're going to buy it when the price is low. Shibu Inu, I don't know much about that one either. I bought a little bit of it, but not much, just as an exercise. Because I'd heard about it. I thought it might have an up competence or whatever. It hasn't done much for me, right? But from what I understand, it's basically a meme coin, and we don't really want to take those that seriously. They're speculative investments, right? What I really believe in are the true cryptocurrencies with good use cases like Cardano, Binance Coin, DOT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these big coins that are actually doing something, right? That have robust business plans and or development communities, that sort of thing. Like those are the ones that I would put, you know, my hard-earned money into. Right? But like I said, it's not really an investment forum. Okay. I guess I'm gonna sign off today. I apologize for earlier. I tried to do this with my VPN so that I could show you guys how to transfer Bitcoin into a Binance Smart Chain wallet through Bridge, but it didn't work. But I do have a video on that if you're interested, and I believe that I used my VPN while I was doing it. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, here's funding Pancake Swap using Binance Bridge. How to use Binance Bridge. Configure MetaMask. Fund your MetaMask with BTC and BNB using your Bitcoin wallet. Fund your MetaMask wallet with ETH from the Ethereum wallet. Yeah. So this is what I was kind of wanting to demonstrate to you guys today. But it doesn't, I now know that I cannot do my live stream over a VPN. It doesn't work. The connection is horrible. People, it's laggy and all that stuff. Right. So there's the link to that video that I kind of wanted to do live, but I can't. But I did record a video doing it, and it's a step-by-step. Thumbs down for ignoring you today. I'm sorry, I don't catch everything. I'm a little bit old. Cabrosito. So let me go up and see. Hex. Yeah, we don't want hex. That's the thing. Okay, Cabrosito. Doesn't proof of stake secure the network just as well as proof of work? Yes. Not exactly, but they're both algorithms that secure the network, yes. I don't know how that applies to hex, though. Calabrano. Did you ask me anything? Okay, you mentioned AAVE. That's a good one. I don't ignore people on purpose. I don't single you out to ignore you. And I read some of your earlier ones. You mentioned KuCoin is only 8. Buy or sell. Okay, you mentioned that. I think you mentioned Alice earlier. So, like, I apologize. I don't see any direct questions here. Mostly comments. Adam Beck has it right. Check out his tweet. Bitcoin was not hacked. No Bitcoin wallet was hacked, nor even known to be possible. Ransom hackers used a rented cloud server. Okay, FBI got a subpoena. Yeah, I appreciate you mentioning that. But I apologize if you felt slighted. I didn't do it on purpose. I don't think you can take thumbs down back. Can you put in an order when it hits 20 and you auto buy some and put it in the ledger later on? Yes. Depending on the platform that you're using, it has to be kind of an advanced trading platform, like say Coinbase Pro. I believe you can put in limit orders or stop orders, like where it gets to a certain price and you make the purchase. Although I wouldn't recommend that if you're like an inexperienced trader, because there are flash crashes. There are also all sorts of weird things where, like in the middle of the night, in China, the price of Bitcoin just like dips down like crazy, and then that order of yours sitting there while you're sleeping would execute, and then Bitcoin shoots back up, and you're on the wrong side of the trade, or whatever. I prefer to do all those manually, right? If you want to buy Bitcoin when it's 20, just kind of have an app on your phone that shows you the current price of Bitcoin and jump in that manually. But if you know what you're doing, fine. Yeah, do your market stop limit, whatever order. I don't know about that stuff very well. I understand the concept, but Like I would, it's like I know how a car works, but I could never work on one. Harmony One, okay. You can check out Harmony One. Back in the Bitcoin white paper. Yeah. CryptoDad, you say you are old anyhow. How young are you? I'm 58. I have a son that was born on my birthday, at 50th birthday. So Alex was born on my 50th birthday, and Alex is 8. So that means I'm 58, right? It makes it easy to remember my age, right? Harmony One can be purchased and stored in a ledger. I don't really have time to go into it, but I do have a video that gives you a step-by-step on that one. So I'll just pull that up and give you a link. There you go. How to buy Harmony One. I don't have time to give you all of the details there, but I show you how to do it. Apparently, you can only do it on a Ledger Nano S right now. This is the only way you can download and install the Harmony One app. It's not compatible with the X for some reason. I don't know why. Can Ledger be restored into a software wallet? Ledger has a 24-word recovery phrase, and you can restore to that 24-word recovery phrase to a different wallet. That is possible. I don't know what you mean by software wallet, but Trust Wallet is one. So if you download and install Trust Wallet on your phone, you can use the 24-word recovery phrase to restore your Ledger wallet if you want to. But it may not see all of the cryptocurrencies that you had in that particular wallet. It would see some of them. And you might have to add them in Trust. But by doing that, you are overriding the security of your Ledger device. By installing that, by using that recovery phrase in a less secure wallet, you've just overridden the security of your Ledger device by doing that. But yes, if Ledger goes out of business or whatever, people ask me that a lot too. What if Ledger disappears? Yes, it's an industry standard 24-word recovery phrase. You can use that recovery phrase to restore to different wallets, other wallets. It's stuck. Ledger, for whatever reason, is not seeing Harmony One. It does not see the confirmation to move it from the Harmony One wallet back to my choice of exchange. Ah, okay. Then you could do that then. Let me see if I can give you an example of that. Is this thing going to work for me or not? I don't know. Okay, it worked. That's pretty cool. Is it here? Oh, okay, yeah, it's here. All right, so before I do this, let me just sort of get my bearings here. Okay, all right, let's try that. Let's. All right, so I've downloaded and I've installed the Trust Wallet, right? And so let's go to, we want to do a new wallet, right? And we want to say, I already have a wallet, right? And then you'll say, I want a multi-coin wallet. And then you can put in your 24-word recovery phrase of your Ledger Nano S, the one that has the Harmony One on there, right? And then you can import it into your Trust Wallet, right? And let me see if I can find it. There. Okay. So I used the 24-word recovery phrase of my Ledger Nano S to restore this wallet to Trust. And now I have full access to my Harmony One that I also have stored on the Ledger. But that overrides the security of the Ledger. Now I can use the Trust Wallet to send this one to, say, Binance US, right, to liquidate. But that's like in an emergency or whatever. But you have to be careful with that. And then also, after you restore the wallet, you may need to add the coin, right? So you may need to, like, see how Harmony One, like I might have restored it and seen this and said, ooh, what happened to that Harmony One I had on here? And then you would have to go look for one, right? And then enable it, right? And then hit done. And now you can see your balance that was stored in the ledger. So that might be the way to access that Harmony 1 that you had on your ledger. But like I said, it's a little bit risky because you're not only are you kind of putting that 24-word recovery phrase into a less secure wallet, it's easier to manipulate. But that's your goal, right? You're like, hey, it's not working on my ledger, so let me do it. Let me import that Harmony 1 into my Trust wallet. But keep in mind that if you had Bitcoin and Ethereum and all kinds of other stuff on that ledger, that it would also be in here as well, right? You might want to do this and then move your Harmony 1 and then after delete the wallet in Trust, right? So you wouldn't have like this insecure wallet laying around, right? Yeah, it is a risk, right? But that would be one way to access your Harmony 1 if it's not working on Ledger. You might want to check in Ledger Manager to see if there's an update to the Harmony 1 app since you installed it. There might be an update to the Harmony 1 app that might fix that issue that you're having trouble signing the transaction of that. That might be something else you could try. See how that goes. Oh, if you see me asking, if you see me on in YouTube comments giving you my WhatsApp number, that is a scam, right? Do not buy that. That is a total scam. When people, I don't know if I can find one. Let me see if I can find one here. This one. Let's see here. Let's just turn this off here real quick. If you see if I can find one here. Actually, I think I've deleted them in this one. Yeah, it's. Let me try a different one. Let me go back a week or two. Let's try this one. Okay, here's one. Okay, this guy, these replies are not me. Care for some tips for crypto investment? Okay, there he is. He's giving you, well, this guy's not even me. But see this guy here? He's pretending to be me. He's got my name, the channel name. Actually, the channel is called The CryptoDad, not CryptoDad. But he is using that icon, right? But if you click on his icon, you can see that the channel doesn't have any content. There's no videos. There's no playlist. There's no subscribers. It's just some dude that has created a channel with my name and my picture. So don't ever, I would never contact you and tell you to contact me on WhatsApp or Telegram or anything like that. Yeah, don't believe it. It's a scam. Yeah. Yeah. So I would never ask you to send me I would never ask you to contact me directly on WhatsApp or Telegram. I tried filtering them. They are so tricky. It's like killing cockroaches. I can spend hours every day going through my comments and deleting these people, and they just pop back up again. It's a never-ending thing. I wish I could. There are filters that in my comment section that YouTube catches, but And there's a bunch of those, right, that YouTube catches. But these people are scammers and they slip through. Like right here. I mean, why did YouTube even allow this guy to create this platform? So I can go to About, flag, report user, and say he's impersonating me. The channel is impersonating me. And I could write and submit. All right, that took me like 5 seconds. You don't want to sit here all day and go through each one of these comments and report each one of these people. It's just like exasperating. I've given up. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I apologize, right? But it's like I'm just one person. I can't like go through. I could pay someone to go through my comments, and but I wouldn't want that job. It'd be tedious all day long going through the comments and reporting these people and deleting their comments. It's just never ending. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. It's early morning here. I want to get to the rest of the day. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, as always. And let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this, right? Yes. Don't forget, I do my live stream every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live stream in Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. I hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. Are you back there, Alex? Yeah. I thought I heard you back there. You waiting for me to stop my live stream?
Yeah.
Okay.